Hey, what's up, everyone? What's going on? Welcome to a new podcast of the Daily Mind. Back again on this beautiful, cool, crisp Tuesday evening where I'm living at. Hopefully, the weather's good where you are. Hopefully, your days went well. Hopefully, you're eating a good dinner or whatever you're doing after work or still at work for some of us. Other than that, my day went well. Hopefully, your day went well as well. I know that sounds stupid. And then we're already almost halfway through the week. Tomorrow's Wednesday, hump day. You guys already know. And then the weekend, some of us like myself have a long extended weekend. Much needed, much deserved. People that work with me and watch this, you already know we need a goddamn break. Other than that, that's pretty much it. My day has been pretty much in a classroom all day. And it's pretty much going to be like that all week. So, there's nothing much to talk about except, of course, everybody's talking about Milton, Hurricane Milton. I'm going to be honest with you. This is going to be a storm that's going to break many records. It's probably going to take a lot of lives, and it's going to cause a lot of damage. It may sound cold, but it's the goddamn truth. Now, I'm a big meteorologist fan. I love tracking hurricanes and storms like that. And I remember a week or so ago, they said Milton would have not formed or wasn't supposed to form until actually around today. And Milton decided to form days earlier. And they did anticipate Milton being a major hurricane of sorts, but I think they underestimated this storm. I don't think they expected the storm to be big like this. I don't think anybody expected this shit to be this big. It blew me away. In fact, it just went back to a Category 5 as of the recent hurricane update. It went back to a Category 5. It's back up at 165 mile an hour winds, and the pressure's dropping. When the pressure's dropping, the storm is getting stronger, and shit is about to get real out there. They have hurricane hunters flying over the storm every 2-3 hours. We get updates. And of course, you got the conspiracy theorists out there saying, well, I don't think the hurricane hunters are flying over the storm to get data. I think they're doing something to the storm to make it worse, like cloud seeding. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. What they're doing is they're collecting data. They're collecting data for you and I. So they go on each end of the storm. They fly a little bit into the storm around the eye. And what they're doing is collecting data. They're collecting rainfall, wind, barometric pressure, lightning, thunderstorms. They're collecting everything inside the storm and then sending it back to the National Hurricane Center. From the National Hurricane Center in NOAA, it goes to your local weather stations. Yes, I am a weather nerd. But what I'm telling you is that they're predicting Milton to hit Tampa area at a Category 3. I'm pretty sure it's hitting at a 4 or 5. If it maintains that strength or even dips a little bit more to the south and still tracking in that direction and not touching that upper wind shear towards the north, it can maintain Category 4 easy all the way to Tampa. I really hope not. And then to make matters worse is that a lot of those areas that got hit by Helene, they, in fact, haven't even cleaned up all of the streets yet. There's still debris everywhere around Tampa that has not been cleaned up yet. So it's about to get really, really bad out there. And it looks like most of the storm is going to hit around nighttime out there. So that just makes things so much worse. You're not going to be able to see all that trash, debris everywhere. It's going to be a mess. And I don't know what they're going to do in taking care of North Carolina and taking care of Florida. It's going to be monumental work, man. It's going to be a bit. But that's not what today's episode is about. Today's episode is about people overreacting. Well, actually, I'll give you a little synopsis real quick. The inspiration behind this episode was the little story I told you guys yesterday when I went to Burger King. And again, I ordered 2 double cheeseburgers and an order of crispy fries, the chicken fries. And I didn't check the bag. Normally I do, but normally they get my order right, but that's hit or miss. So I go home and I look in the bag. It's only 1 single cheeseburger and the chicken fries. Needless to say, that was God's way of saying, stop being fucking fat. Stop eating so much fast food. You deserve that to happen. But I didn't react. I didn't overreact. Okay, maybe a little bit in my car, but I didn't go online and make a rant about it and stuff like that like people will do. Make a viral video because they only got 3 packs of ketchup. instead of 15 packs of ketchup like they used to throw in your bag back in the day. They don't do that no more. They've been very stingy with the ketchup and shit. So I thought about it and I was like, here in America, we're very spoiled. We're very entitled. And I've seen many a video and stuff where people were like super overreact over orders gone wrong. And I feel so bad for fast food workers. And shout out to, if anybody is watching this, shout out to you. If you're a fast food worker, I give you applause. You guys deal with a lot of shit, man. You guys deal with a lot. I applaud you. Don't let anybody tell you anything different about your job. It's a job. And Captain James, thanks for joining, man. I'm loving the love and respect you're giving the show. It's definitely helping out. Keep it up. Anybody else that joined the show, I didn't get everybody's names coming down the feed. But don't worry, I see your name. I'll shout you out for sure. All right, so in the spirit of fast food orders, right? I found an article. This was written a little while ago, but I mean, it kind of still holds the same. Like, people still reacting to getting their orders messed up and doing all types of crazy shit to make a scene. And also, too, you could comment on a time that maybe perhaps you got your order messed up and what'd you do? Listen, if you shot up the place, I don't want to hear nothing about it. I don't want to be accessory to your crime. All right, over you getting 19 chicken nuggets versus 20 chicken nuggets. I don't want to hear it. MX Monkey, what do you think about P. Diddy? He asked me what I think about P. Diddy. Listen, the dude is a talented producer. He put a lot of hits out. We can't deny that. He put out a lot of hits. I don't know. His dirty work is coming out, though. You'd be surprised the facade that a lot of musicians and celebrities put, but you don't know what's happening behind that closed door. Other than that, the man is a talented producer, but a shady businessman. He did actually throw a lot of his artists under the bus. You remember Making the Band? He sent those kids to go across to Brooklyn to go get him a cheesecake. A cheesecake. I swear, a cheesecake. And yeah, you're right. A lot of hits. Hey, yo. Yeah, I know. See, you're perverted, man. You're perverted, James. All right, so I did find an article. 10 terrible overreactions to messed up fast food orders. There's actually an article on this of people's reactions. I breezed through it a little bit, and some of this shit is OD. Like, I can't believe that somebody would, like, actually flip out and crash out over some food like that. But, I mean, think about it, okay? You're in the minivan, a Toyota Sienna. I'm being specific. And you're sitting there. You got kids crying. You got Cheetos under your seat. Your tags is about to expire. You're late for work. The babysitter isn't around and your kids is hungry in the van. You've been waiting to order for 20 minutes. You finally get your food and it's like half done. Like, it's not even like everything inside your shit. Yeah, you're going to be a little bit frustrated, but don't take it out on the drive-thru person. They took your order. You know what I mean? And then whatever else happened from there. All right, so I'm going to start off the article. It starts off with, again, that tagline is 10 terrible overreactions to messed up fast food orders. Okay, now this was written back in May 27th of 2014, but you got to understand one thing. It's this type of behavior still holds true. This was written by Stacy Conrad, who I doubt is even watching this show. Now, it goes to say that it has happened to all of us, which is true. You order a Big Mac at the McDonald's drive-thru, but when you go home and you open the bag, you discover a fillet of fish in its place. When this conundrum arises, most people choose between three options: toss the offering food, eat the offending food, or return to the esteemed establishment for whence the food came and kindly ask for a replacement. Now, what I did yesterday, I still ate the food, okay? Because I'm not driving back to try, because for all they know, I ate the food already, and I'm coming back saying, hey, I'm missing this. And mind you, I'm like 10, 15 minutes away from that establishment. So needless to say, it's pointless for me to go back and be like, hey, you messed up my shit. All right, but no, it was pointless. All right, so I'm going to start off with number 10. This could be a relatively quick episode, unless you guys got something to say in the feed. And give me whatever story you got and whatever you got to ask me. And you guys can ask me any random questions about myself, because this is actually my third streamed podcast episode, but this is actually my 386th episode of this show. It's been out for about 2 years. Hey, what's going on, Jose? but the show is just starting on the stream. I'm finally catching up with the times. All right, so I'm going to start off with the number 10th story of people like crashing out over an order. Now, we'll see where it goes. All right, the 10th story, it's this person threatened to assume your ultimate form. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to read it anyway. It says, Melody Duchesne knows what it's like to crave the wrong menu at the wrong hour. When she was refused chicken nuggets during breakfast hours at an East Toledo, Ohio McDonald's, she got out of the car and hissed at the drive-thru attendant, then reached through the window and punched her in the face. She eventually shattered the window, but only after spewing forth all sorts of unlikely threats. Okay, so this woman got her order wrong and she decided to hiss at the worker. What are you, a fucking cat? What kind of shit is that? Who gets out of the car and be like, yo, I'm missing chicken nuggets, I'm gonna... No, man, like, you could have just went back inside. You could have just parked your car, went back inside, and hey, this is the discrepancy. Can you please fix this? You got your receipt and everything, but you're getting out of the car. Now you got a charge on you because now not only did you assault the employee, but she should have also been charged with acting like a goddamn cat, which I don't know what the hissing is about, but I can only picture this woman with probably short cut hair, glasses, and you know the rest. All right, but that to me is crazy. Hey, what's going on, Liz? Thanks for joining. You're right on time. All right, so number 9, this story. Hey, what's going on, Caitlin? Thanks for joining. Now, this 9th story of somebody spazzing out at the drive-thru. This person refused to leave the drive-thru after their order was messed up. It said last summer, Kimberly Womack pulled up to a McDonald's with an infallible ruse to collect free breakfast. So this woman is trying to like scheme on trying to get a free breakfast. Let me see what she did. It says though it was 6:30 a.m., she requested 2 Big Macs. When the cashier responded that they didn't make breakfast Big Macs, she demanded 2 free Egg McMuffins instead. The manager refused, but she stood her ground at the drive-thru for more than 10 minutes. Deputies eventually approached her car, and she informed them that her rights were being violated. Upon her arrest, she was probably surprised to learn that free Egg McMuffins is not right up there with the freedom of speech and the freedom of press. So, you mean to tell me, first of all, when the fuck, you guys seen Big Daddy? You remember when Adam Sandler brought that kid over to the McDonald's and he wanted a breakfast and they just missed it by a few minutes? And no, he wanted a Happy Meal and it wasn't even lunchtime yet. And first the kid ordered Cheerios. I thought that shit was stupid as hell. But this is what this reminds me of. Okay, little known fact, Burger King do sell lunch items, but a very limited list of items. You can get a Whopper in the morning depending on where you go. You can do that. You can get a double cheeseburger depending on where you go in Burger King. But McDonald's does not do breakfast Big Macs. They are really strict about their breakfast. In fact, I think if I'm not mistaken, correct me in the chat, is that lunch starts at 10:30. This has been disputed that lunch either starts 10:30 or 11 o'clock at McDonald's. I guess it depends on where you at, but I've always known McDonald's to be done with breakfast by 10:30. I could be wrong. Comment it. I don't know. Hey, Chrissy, what's going on? Thanks for joining. I got a fun episode here for you. Hopefully you like it. You're right on time, though. You're pretty much on time. But yeah, this woman is spazzing out over breakfast Big Macs. If you've ever got a breakfast Big Mac, let me know. I think the only way you're going to get a breakfast Big Mac is if someone at that McDonald's, actually somebody you know at that McDonald's, could hook you up. But you ain't getting no breakfast Big Mac. Ain't no way in hell. Gunshots. All right, next one. Number 8. Get hot under the collar over hot sauce. So this story, it goes, apparently no one told Jeremy Combs, no relation to Diddy Combs, that getting hot sauce packets at Taco Bell is as easy as asking for them. When Combs noticed his drive-thru order was missing a hot sauce, he pulled out a 12-gauge shotgun, people, on the cashier at the window. He didn't fire, but he was arrested at his aunt's house 2 hours later, still intoxicated. So this man, he's not related to Diddy. Again, his last name is Combs, but he went to Taco Bell for hot sauce. And Yeah, he actually ordered food. I'm sorry, he ordered food. He went and he realized that the hot sauce is missing and he pulled out a shotty over a hot sauce. Listen, I know that fast food establishments have been getting really cheap with how much ketchup they give you. Now I know there's some spots out here in Clarksville that they give you a lot of fucking ketchup and shit. In fact, where was it? Actually they don't count. I was talking about the little restaurant in the casino. They give you a shitload of ketchup, but you know they can afford it and whatnot. But I mean, McDonald's can afford it too. You know, why be cheap? It's not coming out of your pocket. It's ketchup packets. Come on, you can give more than one. I mean, do you think that one pack of ketchup is enough for a large fry? No. What the hell were you thinking? All right, next one, number 7. Somebody impersonated a cop. Yeah, somebody impersonated a cop. In March, Austin Shore, my name's Austin too, but I ain't related to this dude. He got excessively hungry. Let me see, hold on. Katie gets a little hostile if they forget her straw. Listen, no, before I go on that one, that's no joke. I've had restaurants forget my damn straw. It's no joke, okay? Especially if it's a paper straw. I mean, I don't care. Fuck a paper straw. But no, I've had places that forgot my straw and I was a little bit kind of mad. But life hack, just always keep a straw in the car. Keep a straw. Oh, and napkins too. Yeah, James, napkins? Yes, I've had places that forgot the napkins too. I'm not even gonna front, and it kind of hurt. Dust Davenport, thanks for joining, man. Appreciate it. Yes, I've had places that forgot napkins, which sucks. It really, really do. But going back to this guy impersonated a cop. So Austin Shore got excessively angry when he received the wrong order at Palm Beach, Florida Burger King. There we go, Florida man. I knew it. Come on, Florida. His reaction was so extreme that managers threatened to call the police, which is when he said, call the police. I'm an officer, unquote. The manager called his bluff, which is when the real police got involved. He amended his story saying that he actually had been a member of the West Palm Beach Fire Rescue, not the police. Police called the West Palm Beach Fire Rescue, who said that he had not worked for them in more than a year. He was arrested and released on $1,000 bail. Okay, so he impersonated a cop, but he wasn't lying about being a firefighter, but he was fired a year ago. Now, I don't know what kind of hold that a firefighter is going to have at a Burger King or a McDonald's. I mean, what are you going to show your badge and be like, hey, I'm a firefighter. I'm a volunteer firefighter. I'm entitled to a free Whopper with 2 packs of ketchup. No, that's not how that works. So he impersonated a police officer. He actually was a former firefighter, but I don't know how that's going to get you anywhere in this mess. And then you got arrested for it. It's pointless. That was stupid. People, you got to have patience when you go to these fast food places. I've learned this lesson yesterday for like the 26th time. I should know better by now. I should know to look inside my bag and be like, is everything in there? Even if they got your order and everything right 10 times in a row, consecutively, that don't mean anything. They can still mess up. We're all human. But that's why it's called fast food. It's done quickly. And things are thrown in the bag quickly. Mario, White Castle? White Castle never fucked up my order. Absolutely. Never messed up my order. In fact, that has been the only establishment, I think, out here that has not messed up my order. I've had my order messed up at McDonald's. I've had my order messed up in Burger King. I've never had my order messed up in White Castle. Shout out to White Castle over on Wilma Rudolph. You guys are the only White Castle in town, and I'm forever grateful for it. All right, number 6. This person rammed the car in front of you in the drive-thru. Oh, come on. I want to see what this was worth. Probably over a McChicken or something. Oh, and yes, indeed, them chicken rings is on point. In fact, I recently had them about a week or so ago. Perfection. People, if you don't have a White Castle around you, I suggest you go find one, please. All right, this story. Timothy Brady Jr. Oh, wow. The first guy name was Austin, and this guy has my middle name. This is great. Had such an Arby's craving at 2010, I'm sorry, that he couldn't wait for the slowpoke in front of him in the line. After placing his order, Brady began flashing his high beams at the car in front of him, then rammed the car with his SUV. The customer moved aside, then immediately contacted the manager, Brady, now at the coveted food dispensing window, was told that he couldn't harass the customers because that's not what you're there for. He responded by pointing a loaded rifle at the manager, then driving away, presumably without the food that he so desperately wanted. Police later found him passed out at his home with a blood alcohol level of 0.191. God damn. So, first of all, who the fuck is craving Arby's? All right, Arby's. All right, look, Arby's is not exactly my place to go. However, I'm not going to jail over Arby's at all. Now, I will say that Arby's, that burger that they had, like, I don't know, in some places it's a limited time offer, but that burger they had, yeah, I don't know who's keeping them in business either. Somebody that likes the meats, pause. But the burger is actually pretty good. I was actually impressed. Now, it's expensive. Just for the burger, though, it's like $7 with no fries, no drink. It's pricey, but I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to try maybe once or twice. I personally think so. But no, this right here, Arby's is not worth going to jail over. If you're going to go to jail for like the Cookout or White Castle or, hell, not even Long John Silver's and Captain D's. Don't even go to jail for that. Don't go to jail for any of this stuff. None of this shit is worth it. And James, I appreciate it, man. Keep sending me the gifts and whatnot. I'm loving it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're keeping the show in business. But yes, people, do not go to jail for Arby's. That's your PSA for the day. Number 5, somebody got in a SWAT team shootout. I want to know what fast food place is worth having a shootout with the SWAT. All right. Oh, I know. Hey, Marion, it's your spot, actually. In 2011, a Taco Bell in San Antonio ended the promotion they were having on the Beefy Crunch Burrito, which raised the price from 99 cents to $1.49. Now, frequent customer Ricardo Jones discovered the price increase after ordering 7 of the Beefy Crunchy Burritos and became so mad at the higher bill that he shot at the drive-thru window cashier, then pulled out another handgun and an assault rifle and put them on the roof of his car. He didn't use them at Taco Bell, though. Jones was found at a hotel just 2 miles away, and he engaged in a 4-hour shootout with the SWAT team. He was finally forced out of his room with tear gas and arrested. That story need to be number 1. So you mean to tell me, this man, he didn't pay attention to how long the promotion ended. I mean, how long the promotion went for. He goes there. You know, in Grand Theft Auto, you got that weapon wheel where you could choose your weapons in GTA 5. So he did that because he pulled out a rifle, a handgun, and an assault rifle. So he's literally picking the weapons on the wheel and he's placing it on his car. Like, are you going to, like, do what I tell you to do? Am I going to get this for, like, a good price? But then they found him 2 miles away on a 4-hour standoff. And then he got tear gas. All this over some Taco Bell. Man, Taco Bell is not worth, it's not worth getting 3 to 4 stars for. That man got literally maybe 3 to 4 stars. He used this weapon wheel to choose all 3 weapons that he didn't even use. And it's a good thing he didn't use it because that to me is crazy. Drive-thru workers, if you're watching this, it's a lot of people don't think this, but being a drive-thru employee is dangerous. It is dangerous. I've seen videos of workers get shot at. I've seen a video of a McDonald's employee at the drive-thru shooting at the customer. It's not a game. People could throw stuff in your face. They could point a gun at you. It's a lot of shit, and they just drive away. It's really, really dangerous. But this guy right here is a nutcase, especially over some goddamn Taco Bell. All right, this next one. Jeez. Number 4, throw the food and then call 911. That's right. This guy or whoever threw food and then called 911. Now, what do you think happened after that? Let's find out. Breakfast enthusiasts Michael and Nova Smith. Breakfast enthusiast people. These are people that are so enthusiastic about breakfast is that they make it their mission to go somewhere and have breakfast. Sure. Michael and Nova Smith ordered early morning value meals at McDonald's in Mesa, Arizona. When they received their bags, the Smiths noticed that something was terribly, terribly AWOL. Their hash browns was missing, not just one of the hash browns, both of the hash browns. Enraged at this injustice, Nova threw the meals at the cashiers while Michael dialed 911. Quote, I was barely able to hold myself back, Michael said. If not for the 911 call operator holding me back, I probably would have went berserk because employees were hit with food. The couple was charged with assault. Just imagine you being so enthusiastic over breakfast that you go into this mental state of darkness and everything turns red around you and you go into this enraging inferno because you are missing hash browns. And then the 911 operator calms you down back into a calm state and tell you, baby, it's going to be okay. That is the most mental shit I've read so far besides the SWAT team thing. I'm not losing my mind over hash browns, people. They could have went back inside, spun the block, came back around, and went to the window and said, hey, you forgot my hash browns. I could have done the same thing too had I discovered that my stuff was missing earlier, but I waited until I got home to realize that my order was completely messed up. But I didn't do anything crazy. I didn't go back and threaten people. No, I just ate the food. I was this close to throwing it away though. I'm not even gonna joke, but for the money I paid for that little bit of shit, you damn right I ate it. Why not? I don't waste food and I don't waste money. So yeah. All right, I'm down to the last 3 stories. Some of this shit is just really bizarre. I really hope that some of you who are listening to this is not doing any of this because I'm not bailing you out. I'm not bailing you out. All right, someone called 911 3 times. They called 911 3 times. In 2009, Latriesa Goodman. No, Ben, Katie, you better not. Yeah, we aren't. I hope not. I'm not bailing you out. You're my niece and all, but I'm not. Over some ketchup, over a missing straw. I don't know. I might not bail you out. Anyway, in 2009, Latriesa Goodman walked into a McDonald's in Fort Pierce, Florida, and ordered chicken nuggets. After she paid for the nuggets, Goodman was told that the restaurant had actually just run out of nuggets right after she paid for it. So she got the leg up on that one. Let's see. She asked for her money back, but the employees denied her the money, trying to sell her a McDouble instead. She called 911. The first dispatcher suggested that she go and talk to a manager. Oh, come on. Who did that? It looked like, I was going to say, I'm not going to say. I'm not trying to get banned. Anyway, the first dispatcher suggested that Goodman talk to a manager, but promised to send someone. After she called back a 3rd time, an officer finally arrived and charged her with misuse of 911. McDonald's corporate officer said that a refund should have been issued and said they were sending her a gift card. So just imagine you order nuggets. Now, it doesn't say how many nuggets, but let's just assume it's, because if anybody just ordered nuggets by itself, nobody's ordering a 20-piece big nugget by itself. That's big bag energy. So a 6-piece to 9-piece, let's say she ordered a 6-piece or a 9-piece. They ran out. They didn't give her money back. Instead, we'll give you a McDouble, which is probably worth less than the nuggets. She calls the police 3 times. And they arrest her because she's wasting taxpayers' dollars calling 911 like that for a non-emergency. Because think about it. When you call 911 for an emergency that is not worth calling 911, you are pulling resources from an actual emergency. And not to mention, you're kind of wasting taxpayers' dollars. So, I mean, honestly, that wasn't even worth it. Don't do that. That's crazy. That's absolute insanity. Number 2, call 911. Okay, so somebody else called 911, all right? When her local Subway put the wrong kind of sauce on her sandwich, yes, I don't say sauce, I say sauce, because again, I'm from New York, so I'm going to say sauce. When a local Subway put the wrong kind of sauce on her sandwich and refused to make her a new one, Bevelante Hall was determined to right the wrong. This ain't good. She dialed 911 and reported the malicious use of marijuana pizza sauce was her preference and demanded the presence of an officer immediately. The officer that arrived promptly arrested Hall for misuse of the 911 system. I'm going to hang that up. Thank you. Jailed her for 3 minutes and then released her on $2,000 bond. So wait a minute. Yes, that's right, sauce. So wait a minute, wait. So she called 911 on some bullshit. She was arrested for only 3 minutes and got fined $2,000. Yeah, round of applause for stupidity at its best. Was that even worth it? No. So you paid basically $2,000 for a sandwich. When you really think about it, you paid $2,000 for a sandwich. It's not even worth it. And you were arrested for 3 minutes. So you're probably going to tell your family you did some time when you only did 3 minutes of time. Like, you didn't do no time. Yeah, I was arrested. I was held up. No, you were in the car for like maybe, or just standing outside in handcuffs for 3 minutes, and that was it. You were done. Come on, man. Come on, don't do that. Oh shit, I'm already at 30 minutes. And you're damn right, that is embarrassing as fuck. I wouldn't tell nobody that at all. Red and blue stays with you. James, we're not in class. Yo, Captain, we're not in class right now. I told you don't put any stupid stuff from class. You couldn't beat that information out of me. Shit, you couldn't. I'll tell you a whole lot. I'll tell you I got into a shootout and everything, but not over no chicken nuggets. All right. The number one story. Boom. Fire shots. All right, so in February, again, this is let me see. It says your life. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, here we go. In February, Grand Rapids woman placed an order at a McDonald's drive-thru. It was wrong, allegedly missing bacon. Now, understanding just how upsetting missing bacon can be, the workers apologized and promised that her next order would be on the house. So the woman returned at 3 a.m. for her free meal. It was also incorrect. The free meal was incorrect after replacing for the mistake. Rather than ordering again and running the risk that it too would be wrong, Jesus Christ. Shanika Torres pulled out a gun and shot through the closed car window and the drive-thru. Luckily, no one was injured. Okay, that's extreme, but not as crazy as the SWAT story or ramming the other car in front. It's not that extreme. However, though, yeah, that's kind of crazy. Woo! Does not apply. I'm just reading some stuff here. I don't know what's coming down. However, though, I don't recommend that happening. That's extremely dangerous. Listen, people, I know we have a lot going on. We have a lot to do. We don't have a lot of time and stuff like that. But there are some things we just got to be patient for. And this is one of those things. Like, that, to me, is reckless. If you're going to sit there and, do stuff like that. I mean, come on now. Look, it's fast food. I've said this before. It's fast food. You have to be patient. Okay? Like I said, I've learned my lesson. And there was a sign from above that basically said that I eat too much fast food. And what happened was they sat there and basically they messed up my order. It was a divine intervention, okay? I believe there's a universe out there that kind of controls us. Whether you believe in God or not, or you believe in whatever force out there is something out there that basically is out there kind of putting us in our place. But anyway, that's pretty much all 10 of the craziest things. I don't know. I mean, I've heard some other things too. I'm not sure if I could find some other things. Maybe some honorable mentions, if you will. Maybe okay, wait, I might have found some extra stories. I'm not sure. Bear with me though. And let's see here. This is a little bit recent, 2017. Still a little bit away, but still all right, bam. All right, I got some honorable mentions. So the episode may go a little bit longer. Let's see what we got. There is no particular order or whatever, but these are actual testimonies from people on this website called ula.com. This article was written back in 2017, June 22nd. Now, oh man, 10,000 likes, man. I'm loving it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Keep it going. Now, I'm going to read some honorable mentions from this article. I'm not going to read the opening synopsis. It's pretty simple, cut and dry. And boom. Let's see. Now, this one is titled The Worst Hot Chocolate Ever. This woman went to go say, she said, my mom bought me a hot chocolate from McDonald's and it tasted off. I opened the top half of the travel cup and inside of the hot chocolate was a used coffee filter. It was the most disgusting hot chocolate I've ever had in my life. Now, you find it. How do you get a coffee filter inside a coffee? How did it? You know how long that coffee filter? It might have been there like forever. God knows how long that's been in. That's disgusting. And let's get the 15,000 people. Keep it going. 15,000 likes. Let's keep it going. I got some honorable mentions that I found on this other site of some nasty stories. Now, these are not exactly people spazzing out, but it's kind of in the same realm, like finding something in your food or drink kind of deal. This one is titled, If It Makes You Feel Any Better. This person's story is, once I went to Boston Pizza with my girlfriend and ordered their panuki. Whoa. What? Oh, it's a pan-sized brownie cookie. I'm like, what's panuki? Oh, that's bad. Whoever came up with that name for that particular thing is, come on, you know what you were doing. My first bite had a mixture of cookie, brownie, and onion. I'm trying to finish. Cookie, brownie, and onion panuki. That's disgusting. When I told the waitress, she said, quote, the waitress said, if it makes you feel any better, it was probably an onion from out of the dishwasher. To which I replied, yes, it makes me feel better that the onion was first on someone else's plate before mine. Our meal was free that day. God damn. You know, it's funny. I remember, here's another fast food story. Local McDonald's out here. I won't mention the location. They gave me, I remember I was just coming out of the range. I was coming from the range. It was a late night. And they gave me a McDouble. Now, this McDouble, for those who've had McDoubles, you guys know that it just consists of 2 patties, the cheese, the onions, ketchup. That's it. My sandwich was plastered with mayo all inside the... it might have been a divine intervention, but it had mayo in it. Now, first of all, the sandwich don't come with mayo, but somehow it was plastered. The wrapper was so greasy. I didn't even eat this. I ate like half of it before I realized the mayo. And I was like, I'm throwing this away. It was out of there. And I'm like, who puts mayo on a McDouble? That's not even supposed to happen. They have a chart on the wall that shows you how to make a sandwich. Somebody had to either been fed up that night, they had to stay for work, you know, and stuff like that. Got a little sauce for your panuki that night. Ha! Pause. No, but like somebody had to have been pissed off. But come on, like even if you're having a bad day at work, do not take it out on somebody else's food. That's dangerous, man. Like, what if I was allergic to eggs or some shit like that and I got mayo? Like that could have put me in a spot. But come on, what I said, you know, since then I never went back to that McDonald's. Now the Burger King that messed up my order, I'm gonna forgive them on that. Because that to me I felt like was a divine intervention. The mayo plastered McDouble was just diabolical work. All right, next story. Quote, that wasn't even the weirdest part. So this story goes, I was traveling and found myself in an airport and I got a burger from a local fast food joint. Now, you know, fast food joints in the airport is going to be expensive, so I'm pretty sure she was probably pissed. I deeply hate ketchup. There was an incident at a daycare when I was little. I don't much like talking about it, and we are not going to talk about it. And so asked for no ketchup. My burger arrived and I took a bite. First impression, that is ketchup on my burger. I gagged and spit it out. I can't deal with ketchup. Second impression, this tastes weird. I opened the burger, and that's when I discovered there was plenty of ketchup and no meat. This woman got a ketchup sandwich. Somebody had to have known this woman's past somewhere behind the scenes and was like, hey, that's Katie. Not you, Caitlin. I'm just using the name as an example. That's Katie. I knew her from kindergarten. She hates ketchup. Let's not put any burger patties on her burger and let's just fill that shit with ketchup. And there were, however, about 8 slices of cheese in the sandwich, but that wasn't even the weird part. She goes to say, the employee was just as confused as I was when I bought it back. No one can remember making this thing and no one knew why they made it. I guess I got haunted grilled cheese instead of a burger. So it was not a burger. It was a sandwich with 8 slices of cheese and a shitload of ketchup. Man, that couldn't have been me. That couldn't have been me. No. What are you people thinking? All right. Next article titled Going in Circles. This person, McDonald's, 1 a.m. I pulled up to the window and ordered a McDouble, a McChicken, and a large fry. Easy peasy. I drive up to pay, and the woman working there hands me a McDouble, a McChicken, and a large black coffee. A large black coffee, she says. I asked. Yes, she replied. I ordered a large fry, actually. No, you ordered a large black coffee. No, I'm pretty sure I ordered a large fry. No, you ordered a coffee. No, I didn't. Yes, you did, sir. Fine. Just give me the coffee. Being non-confrontational, I pulled out of the drive-thru and drive back into the line to order my large fry. When I got to the window, I made sure to clearly and loudly enunciate. Yeah, exactly. How are you going to tell me what I ordered, man? It's going to get better, I'm sure. When I got to the window, I made sure to clearly and loudly enunciate, quote, yes, I would like a large fry. A large fry. A large fry. All right. Okay, I get it. Let's see. It says, I get to the pickup window for the second time, and the same woman hands me yet another large black coffee. I definitely ordered a large fry. No, you ordered a large black coffee. No, I ordered a large fry. You said black coffee. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. Why would I drive all the way around and go through the drive-thru again and order a black coffee that I didn't want? So after 2 rounds through the drive-thru, I finally got my large fry along with 2 large black coffees at 1 a.m. Let's think about this for a second. It's 1 a.m. It's late. Maybe she thought the dude was sleepy. He looked tired. He's probably been driving all night. Probably just got off a graveyard shift and probably felt like he needed a coffee. Listen, let me tell you something. I would take the coffees. He did. He took the coffees and he took the large fry. But maybe that's another divine intervention telling you you need to stay awake. Take this fucking coffee and that's it. But just imagine you spinning around again to go back and they tell you the same thing, like some sort of prank from a movie or something like that. And oh, I don't know. I mean, how would you guys react? Yeah, exactly. As long as you're not doing like those other stories they were doing. All right, this story is titled, There's Not Even a Combo Number for That. Oh, I can't wait for this one. When my brother-in-law was 14 or 15, he went to a summer camp. Yeah, I've been mad too. For a couple of weeks. The whole time he was there, he ate standard summer camp fare, not terrible food, but he certainly didn't get to indulge in one of his favorite meals, a McDonald's cheeseburger. When my in-laws picked him up to take him home, that was his one request. More than anything at the moment, he just wanted a cheeseburger. They made a quick stop at the drive-thru, and the family was back on the road. Let me see, where am I? Where am I? Wow, I just lost the story. Hold on. Yeah, they were back on the road. Wrappers were passed around the car, and everyone started eating. Then, from my brother-in-law, the back seat, quote, I got a biscuit. His parents turned around, a what? He said a biscuit. Wait, you mean a sausage biscuit or an egg and cheese biscuit? He said, no, a plain biscuit instead of a cheeseburger. They had given my brother-in-law a biscuit, and I don't mean a biscuit in the way the Brits use the term, a sweet, crispy pastry. I mean a starchy roll in a cheeseburger wrapper. So they bamboozle. So he basically got a cheeseburger, but when he opened it up, it's just a biscuit with nothing on it. With nothing on it. It said, no meat, no cheese. In fact, the biscuit hadn't even been sliced open. You can't even order just a plain biscuit at McDonald's. There's no combo number for plain, no slice biscuit with nothing on it. After 2 weeks of longing for a cheeseburger, my poor brother-in-law just sat in the back seat of the car, staring forlornly at a dry hunk of baked dough. The hilarity of the situation struck my father-in-law so hard that he doubled over laughing and had to pull over to keep from driving off the road. I remember my cousin one time, he got a cheeseburger from McDonald's that didn't even have meat in it. I don't know how you missed that. That's the most important part of the meat of the sandwich is basically the meat. That's what makes the cheeseburger. Without meat, it's not even burger. It's just bread. It doesn't even have the title for burger anymore unless the meat is in there. Jesus Christ. All right, this next article. This person clearly doesn't know his food groups. That's why I quit McDonald's. Don't get me wrong. Some of them do, though. Some do, but not all. All right, it's what it is. Now, this story. Let's see. Let me just line it up right so I don't have to keep scrolling. I had to stop going to my favorite Chinese takeout place. They switched owners, and the first time I went there after, I ordered my usual dish, beef lo mein, no vegetables. Oh, come on. Who doesn't like vegetables? When I got home and opened my bag, I only found a dish of oil and beef. When I went back, they insisted that the pasta was a vegetable. So he got a box. He got a box of just oily beef. Pause. You got oily beef, no noodles, because they said the noodle is a vegetable. People, is lo mein noodles a vegetable? Isn't it like a rice, like a pasta of sorts? It's not a vegetable. Pasta is not vegetables. I managed to get them to remake it, but oily beef with a large black coffee. Woo, yeah. Can you imagine that shit? Or imagine the oil is just, it's just coffee and beef. Like, man, I swear to God. I called the place and, no, they said next time a week later, I ordered the same thing. I get it home and again, no pasta. It's just beef and oil again. I call the police and the same person starts yelling at me on the phone about how pasta is a vegetable. After getting yelled at, I get told to bring the food back and they will make my dish right and give me a refund. I go back in and they shove a paper bag in my hand and started grumbling about pasta, obviously being a vegetable. I get home and look in the bag, just pasta. No beef, no oil. just pasta. I call the bag and they tell me that the beef is a vegetable. I hung up and I no longer go there. Oh, that's all types of petty. That's all types of petty. Yeah, I don't think they like that guy. Who knows? He might have done some shit that like pissed these people off to where they played that prank. Oh man, yeah, I would have lost it. That's the funniest shit. There's so many stories, but let me see. I'm gonna try. Let me see how much time I got. I'm not gonna try to get an hour. I got like 46 minutes though, but I'm gonna keep it going for a little bit. I normally don't do shows for an hour. I think I've only had like one episode that actually went an hour. But these stories are just too good to pass up. Third time's the charm, right? That's what this story is titled. A few years ago, oh, I think I just heard my wife come in too. Well, actually, I heard her car alarm. She's going to probably be like, why didn't I answer the phone? But she realized, or doesn't realize I'm doing the show. Anyway, you're probably going to see her or hear her in the show. A few years ago, I ordered a McDonald's quarter pounder with medium fries. 5 minutes later, oh yeah, I definitely will tell her hi, for sure. 5 minutes later, I'm handed the bag and I tuck into it, only to find that my burger is missing the bottom bun. Because of how sticky and plastic McDonald's cheese is, the burger is literally glued to the box. Dismayed, I asked for a replacement. Hey, hon. Hi. Hey, come say hi to everybody when you get a chance. Liz is here too. Dismayed, I asked for a replacement. A brand new box is given to me, and I get back my food only to find this one is also missing a bottom bun. I send it back and get yet another replacement. Guess what? Missing a bottom bun. You might have thought they'd been realizing something was up by now. Yep, there she go.
Hi.
Hello, that's my wife back there. Say hi. She never wants to come on this show. I'm trying to get her on the show. Caitlin says hi. But I'm trying to get her on the show. Actually, that was the first time she actually spoke into the show. Round of applause. All right, anyway. So you might have realized that something was up by now. I'm continuing the story. Turns out the people preparing the food in the back had dozed off a bit and just made a massive pile of burgers without bottom buns, people. What the fuck? I watched all that delicious food get thrown away in the bin. Just imagine you've been worked to hell to where you're so tired that all the burgers you're making doesn't even have bottom buns. So here you go. Boom. Bun. Top bun. Bottom bun. Patty. Put the fucking top bun on the burger. Put it in the box. Bottom patty. Just on the side. Next one, someone beat him to it. After working a 14-hour day, I don't know how. After working a 14-hour day outside and driving home, starved. I popped into a McDonald's drive-thru, ordered a value meal, and headed home. I did the usual snack on the fries as you drive routine. I did that too. Everybody does that. Everybody snacks on some fries as they go. I did the usual snack on the fries as you drive routine, and it was greatly looking forward to devouring my burger. When I got home, I sat down at my table, and when I opened the burger box, there was a massive bite taken out of my burger. No. There was a massive bite taken out. I tried to recall if I had done it, but there just wasn't any way I would have gotten to it while driving. I was starving. So much that I tried to rationalize eating the burger. They wouldn't have spit in the burger. They took a bite from. It's probably fine. In the end, I didn't eat it and had something like cereal for dinner. I called to report the issue and the manager seemed not to believe me. Hard to be mad at that. I would later go back for my free meal, bite free, of course. Hard to forget the disappointment of a starving man coming home and opening the box only to find that somebody beat me to it. But if somebody bit into your burger, that's just as much as them spitting on it because their whole mouth touched your burger. So maybe somebody was so hungry and they just was like, you know what? I'm going to low battery. I'm so hungry. I want to just bite this burger. Now I'm pretty sure at McDonald's you're entitled to free meals up to a certain amount or free meals in general. Bring or whatever or eat before you go to work, man. But sometimes it's hard. Sometimes I don't even eat breakfast half the time. I kind of get it. All right, look, I don't know how many other stories there are, but I'm almost reaching an hour, people. I'm liking to see. You guys are the reason why this show go the way it go. I have not laughed as much in an episode or anything like that because you guys are giving me input on this. This shit is stupid. All right, I'm gonna find another article. Okay, I'll read this one. A simple mistake turned into a huge ordeal. Let's find out how. Hold on one second. What's up? Okay, bye. First, a tiny bit of background. My wife at the time was not just lactose intolerant, but wouldn't get earth-shattering cramps, horrendous-smelling diarrhea, and felt like she was on fire. She was on a fire reaction if she just got a little bit of any kind of dairy. Needless to say, this woman is obviously lactose intolerant. Well, she went to a McDonald's right across the street from her crappy retail job and ordered a McDouble with no cheese, like she did about 3 times a week because it was cheap and close. She had very short lunch breaks and said crappy retail job. She gets back to her work and notices, hey, is cheese on this? So she has to go all the way back over there and walks to the restaurant and asks to have it replaced. The manager comes over and asks what's wrong. When she said she ordered it without cheese and they put cheese on it, he responded with a flippant quote, so now this manager was not some just out of high school kid. He had to have been in his 30s. So you would think somewhere along the lines he had grown up a little bit, but I guess not. She explains to him that she's allergic to cheese and needs one without cheese. So he hands the sandwich back to the grill area and they scrape the cheese off, rewrap it, and try to give it back to her. People, you can't do that. And yes, Mario, let's get it. 15,000 likes. I'm already at 11,006. Let's keep it going. Now just imagine the remedy to your problem that you can't have cheese is to scrape the cheese, but there's still residue on the sandwich. That is not how that works. She then tried to be polite as possible, explained she cannot eat a sandwich that has melted cheese scraped off it because she's freaking allergic to you stupid waste of human flesh. That's what she say, unquote. So he huffs and gives her more attitude and rolls his eyes and angrily throws the sandwich away and asks the grill to make a new one. She gets it, asks him if he's sure it doesn't have any cheese on it. He says yes. And she leaves, gets back to work, opens the bag, and guess what? She finds her a sandwich. 2 slices of cheese. So she gets permission from her boss since now she has burned like 35 minutes to get a stupid sandwich from across the street, walks back over there, and the manager sees her come in and asks her, now what? My wife asked to speak to a different manager who didn't give her any attitude, apologized personally, made her a new one, opened it in front of her to verify that there's no cheese. You damn right that's spiteful. And that there was no cheese on it and refunded her meal. My wife, of course, got both manager names and their store number. Good. Well, then proceeded to report the entire story to McDonald's corporate with a glowing review for the manager who handled it correctly and a very condemning retelling of the crappy service manager gave her. We got some gift cards from corporate, and the owner of that particular franchise verified the story with Manager B, and Manager A's employment was terminated. They asked my wife to come tell her story at an employee meeting, but she declined. Listen, I ain't fighting with no fast food workers, because if they got that kind of attitude like that, you know they're going to spite your food. They're going to spite your food. I'm not saying all of them, but as you can see here, there's one thing I've learned about going to a restaurant: never rush to cook, and just be polite, dude. Like, yeah. You can't sit there and do some crazy shit. Like, imagine they scrape the cheese off. All right, you didn't like it. Now you come back with 2 slices of cheese. Now, you know they could get in trouble for that because they can injure this woman to a point where she could probably, like, really go into an episode over this. That's spiteful as hell. So it's only right that they fired the manager. So, I mean, that's some good news. Why not? All right. Now, I'm going to read one more story because I'm dragging it. I'm trying to find a story that... there's a lot of them. Oh, no. She almost died. Oh, there's a story that's actually saying she almost died. They poured it right on top of... Okay, I'm trying to find an article, and I'm just trying to find something. The crimes against pizza. All right. I'll wrap it up because pizza stories are funny. I don't know why, but pizza stories are actually kind of funny. Yes, and there's been a lot of stories about people getting their food messed with. That's nothing to play with. You don't play with people's food. That's some dangerous stuff. Oh, I got like 4 more minutes before this live end. Okay, I didn't know there was a time limit. I didn't know, but let me see. Give me a second, folks. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up. Let me see. I'm gonna read this story real quick. Yeah, I didn't know either. I had 3 unfortunate examples, unfortunately for them, because I never purchased anything again from the franchise location. Let me be quick about this. Papa John's, shortly after moving from Detroit to Dayton, Ohio, my wife and I decided to try theirs. We entered the building, ordered a large pizza with 3 toppings, paid for it, and waited as they prepared the order. About 20 minutes later, it was still not ready. A couple of customers that had ordered after us have gotten their food and already departed. All right, look, I ain't going to read this. I'm not trying to get my live cut off in the middle of reading that. So I'm going to just wrap it up. I had a lot of fun on that episode, though. That, to me, is just crazy work. But I've learned something about TikTok. You get about an hour. I think what it is, yes, because I'm running my audio with the same time as the live. So TikTok only gives me an hour to stream, which is all the time you need. You need an hour, I think, is perfect time. And I can keep track of it as I track my audio because I start the audio and the video at the same time. So listen, I'm wrapping it up. I don't want to go over. I'm already like, this is like one of the longest episodes I've done so far. Shout out to everybody who showed me a lot of love and likes. I mean, let's get this show going. It's got a long way to go. But I do appreciate it. James, everybody, Captain, my niece and sister-in-law, thank you for supporting me. Mario, I'll make sure I get you a large coffee and some cereal or some shit. I'll send that to you. Oh, it says I have 15,000, but it's not showing on the top, but I believe it. Either way, yes, Katie, I'll get you a large black coffee too. You got it. Large black coffee and a platter of seafood shrimp. You got it. That's on me from your uncle, all right? So, hey, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Thank you. There may be an episode tomorrow. They may not. Usually, I determine if there's an episode or not, depending on the flip of a coin. 2 out of 3. If it lands on heads, there's an episode. If it lands on tails, there's no episode. That's just how I do. Unless somebody asks me if I'm doing an episode like Captain James, I have no choice to oblige. So, of course, I'm going to give an episode, all right? So, hey, thanks again. Once again, thank you. Tell your friends. Keep sending those likes. Nothing better than heads. You got that right. All right, so, hey. All right, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. I'm going to wrap it up. We'll do this again some other time. Keep your notifications on. You know where to find me. And again, the Daily Mind Podcast at gmail.com. You can even email me some topics that you want me to discuss. Again, the Daily Mind Podcast at gmail.com. All right. Thanks, folks. I got to get some rest or probably go to the casino with the missus because that's what she likes to do. And get me a large black coffee and some jackpot winnings. All right. All right. Have a good one. We'll do this again another time. Peace out. Stay tuned. Talk to you later. Ciao.